What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the fix for the Fluminer's pool issue. So if you're not familiar, this is the Fluminer L2. It is a speaker that also mines Dogecoin pretty well too. It's only about, I think, 280 watts, and it's like 1.2 gigahash. So these things blow like the mini Doges out of the water. Mini Doge 1, 2, 3, even 3 plus don't even hold a candle to the Fluminer L2. Also, there was a price drop on these, so they're down to almost 500 bucks. I think they're like 510 or $19 after you use my coupon code. But there was an issue, and these would only work on certain pools. One of them being via BTC. That's one of the only ones that were in their approved list that I had an account on. But I really wanted to use this on Mining Dutch or other smaller pools. And no matter what I did, locking difficulty, trying different things, it wouldn't work. Well, now there's a firmware update, so let's go see if we're gonna brick our L2 together. All right, guys, so it's been running for 25 days, 21 hours straight. Average 1.2 gigahash, and we've been mining to the via BTC. Now you can see we've tried Mining Dutch, and I flipped that up to the top. It doesn't matter, even if we're locking difficulty, does not work. So I got this new firmware. Shout out ASL Miner. He actually sent it to me because I was like, hey, I got some issues. And he's like, hey, this was over in the official Telegram group from one of the developers. You want to try it? And I'm like, yeah, let's try it. So firmware upgrade, choose file, and we'll go to our downloads. I think I just downloaded it. Hold on. All right, so I found it, and it's odd. It's looking for a zip archive, which this is zipped. It's the Flu L2 202.51031 update. I'm wondering, firmware must be in a .zip format. Other formats are not supported, so it has to be in a zip. All right, well, let's hit open, and let's hit firmware upgrade or update. Oh, it's actually moving kind of quick. I always get super nervous upgrading the firmware on any device. Even if I know it's not gonna have any issues, it still just always makes me a little nervous if we're gonna turn it into a brick or not. All right, we're at 100%. I am not doing nothing. I'm gonna let it do its thing. Yep. All right, well, it's 8:04, so we'll be back in a moment whenever this is done doing its deal. All right, guys, so I came back, and yeah, it wasn't connecting to that IP address anymore. But I thought, you know what, maybe it has a new IP address. So I used my advanced IP scanner, scanned my network, and sure enough, it did have a new IP address. So let's see if that one works. And I think this is the right one. Root. Sign it, no. Is this not oh, that's the DG2. Never mind, wrong one. I don't see it on here. Oh no. Do we need to go reset it? Bear with me, I'll be right back. All right, so the old IP address is not working, and I thought the new IP address, but that was actually a different device. There's no new IP address that's not showing up, so let's actually go over to the device, and this is what I always get scared of, right here. All right, so it's not spitting out any heat. LED's blinking, it's always blinking now. I think it reset the factory settings on it, maybe. I'm not sure. All right, guys, sorry about the noise. I'm out in the garage. I plugged it into Ethernet because I don't have Ethernet inside. We're gonna power this on. I'm gonna let it boot up, and then we're gonna go inside and see if it shows up on the network. All right, guys, so we're back inside, and I forgot the host name that the L2 shows up as is Rockchip. So copy that IP address and then look, put it in the browser, and boom, we're back. And I believe it is root to log in. Yes, it is. Okay, we'll close that. And we do need to put our pools back in because with this new firmware update, it reset everything. So let me go grab my mining Dutch information and see if we can't get connected and get that up and running. I went ahead and put in the mining Dutch information and are about to submit it and reboot, and then let this bad boy come online and make sure that we'll get accepted shares. Because the issue that we were running into before is anytime it would connect to mining Dutch, it would just show up as 100% rejected. And when you went into the miner log, it was showing share too low difficulty, like having a difficulty problem. Didn't matter if you logged difficulty or not. I did use the mining settings generator from mining Dutch to find out what difficulty to lock it to. All right guys, so I've let it run for a little bit. We're 38 minutes in. My reject ratio is 4%, little high. I'm gonna let it run and see if that comes down, maybe just because when it was starting up. But we are mining to the America's mining Dutch right there, and you can see over here on my mining Dutch worker L2, and right now it's doing 1.024 gigahash. So seems to be doing its thing, reporting a little bit slightly lower hash rate than what it is over here. We're losing about 200 mega hash, but we're only not even a full hour in, so I always try to give it at least an hour or two to see where it settles out at. So if you're needing to update your firmware on your Fluminer so that way you can mine on mining Dutch or any other smaller pools, please just go down below in the description. I will put a link for this firmware. And yeah, also another thing, status, it will show up as inactive. I don't know why, but it is actively mining. If we go over here to miner log, you can actually see that she's doing stuff. Okay, boom. All right, but it says inactive. We are connected. So let me get a fresh refresh on this page too. L2 1.13, so it's coming up. Okay, awesome. Well, if anything changes, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. And if you need to update yours, link is going to be down below in the description. Also, my discount code and the link to get one from ASL Miner is going to be down below in the description as well. Really appreciate it, guys. I think my discount code knocks off 30 bucks. So anyways, y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the flip side. Adios.